Welcome to Mainland Television Regional News. I'm Graham O'Brien, and in today's news, overnight erosions while residents await April meeting, Mai Tai ceremony fizzles with sizzle, Steiner's new school plans and more. Monday's official opening ceremony of the Mai Tai walkway upgrade by council officials took place at 12:30 p.m, and if you'd been there you could have been forgiven for thinking you'd missed it. The definition of ceremony is a formal act or series of acts prescribed by ritual or protocol, and Monday's official opening ceremony for the Mai Tai walkway upgrade fell far short of meeting this definition. No speeches, ribbon cutting or public acknowledgement of any kind took place. The chair of the Works and Infrastructure Committee, Councillor Eric Davey, was absent from the opening and the scheduled council meeting yesterday morning, no doubt retaining his dubious title of least attending councillor. On questioning who would be speaking at the ceremony, Mayor Rees replied she had no speech today. Deputy Mayor Matheson gave comment that he and Councillor Laurie would give a speech. However, Councillor Laurie did a no-show at the ceremony and the event fizzled out once the free sausages had been packed away. So no official ceremony as per their press release or speech thanking staff or, more importantly, the ratepayers who made it all possible, leaving those of us there wondering if a $3.6 million upgrade is not worthy of our councillors to put in some effort to make the most of their advertised ceremony. So to get some comment on the upgrade, we went and asked people in the streets of Nelson their thoughts on the Mai Tai walkway spend up.
How do you feel about council spending a projected $3.63 million on the Mai Tai walkway?
It's not a bad thing, but there's a lot far better options that the council could be spending their money on, or the government could be spending their money on, I think.
New Zealand doesn't really have much money, and I know obviously having a walkway I guess could be tourist related and bringing in tourists, making it a nice country with things to do, that could be good for tourism, but I also feel like it is a waste of money because we can't afford it from what I can see.
The council could spend it on putting new houses, building new state houses.
I think the walkway is ridiculous. And it actually personally affects me because my partner's band hall is being knocked down for that walkway. Yeah, so they're actually losing their band hall, and yes, they haven't got another place to practice. I think it's a ridiculous waste of money. The walkway doesn't need to be the length of a car, it's fine on its own. Local
man Rifkin Kolaran from Vanuatu was and is doing what he can to help his people and country who have been devastated by Cyclone Pam this week. I caught up with Rifkin down on the banks of the Mai Tai at the charity Sausage Sizzle, where he offered insightful comments on how his people will deal with this major weather event. Rifkin, how are things for you?
For me, it's been like I've been here for like 3 weeks now. So after I left the country, it was kind of hard knowing that, Cyclone Pam came and destroyed the islands, and I feel hopeless not being there. I've just been here for 3 weeks and I couldn't do anything. I don't have the cash to go back, but I could, help out by raising funds, and also we got boxes in different checkpoints, so we're collecting boxes, so we're going to send off tomorrow morning. So we're going to send that off to Auckland, and from Auckland to Vanuatu, so hopefully that goes good with the boxes today.
Wow, so you've only been in New Zealand for 3 weeks, so you just left just before the cyclone came?
Yeah, so I just left before the cyclone hit, so that was a devastation, and just being here I just feel like a sitting duck, hopeless going around. So yeah, it's kind of hard for me.
Yeah, that's a real shame. And have you heard from your family at home? Is everything okay? Can you contact with them?
Yep, contacts are back up again. Like, it was down for 2 weeks or so, but yep, in the main town, Port Vila, the contacts are back up, but the other outer islands, the other 65 to, there's nothing, so there's no contact there. It's hard to get aid there, but last week there's aid going so far with the, yeah.
Oh, well, best wishes to all of us, and we hope everything's all right for you and your family and that it gets back on their feet soon.
Yeah, that's one good thing about Pacific Islanders or Nivans. If you're from Vanuatu, you call yourself Nivans. Whatever happens, they still have a smile in their face, and they want to pick up from where they start and just make Vanuatu a better place. And it is voted the happiest place 2 times in a row, so they still have that smile on their faces no matter what.
Great, thanks very much, Rifkin.
Sweet as, bro.
The National Government's social housing sell-off plan has been in the news this week after the Salvation Army announced their pull-out of the government's plan of charities buying and running the housing for those less fortunate within our communities. The Salvation Army has said they are not equipped to take on the management required to be landlord, and the issues that would entail. We asked people in Nelson their thoughts on social housing issue and whether government is right in wanting to sell off state housing to charitable organisations who are not or have never been equipped to be managing these, and if they felt the plan could backfire to become a developer's dream.
The New Zealand government is selling social housing to charities. The Salvation Army, however, communicates that it doesn't have the resources to manage it. What are your thoughts on the government selling social housing to charities who are not equipped to manage it?
I feel like it could be fantastic, but could also go incredibly wrong. I feel like the charities could do a lot with them because they've had the passion for it, but I feel like they also might not have the ability to reach that because obviously charities are quite restricted with finance and everything.
I grew up in a state house and I think it's a good thing, but I think a lot of people are in state houses that shouldn't be there, that are staying in them, who perhaps should be in other accommodation.
Part of it, makes sense, but why doesn't the government pick up the pieces?
That area that I feel national government doesn't really sort of help poverty in New Zealand at all, so yeah.
I don't think the charities should look after them. I think it should be the government, especially because the governments are taking away a lot of jobs.
Last week I got back from England and I was working with a shelter that's linked to a church, and they have 10 beds and they've just been helping to rehabilitate people and bring them back into being able to live normally, and understand how to look after themselves. And I feel like if the government were to sell this social housing to charities such as Salvation Army, it would work as long as the government were able to actually support these people, to not just dump it straight to them, but if the New Zealand government supported the charities that were doing well, that were making a big difference, because the charities have the passion and the government can pour into that and help that passion to grow. I feel like that could work and make a difference.
Could our plan backfire to become a developer's dream?
It does have potential as well.
Yes, I think the government should stay in charge of the state housing.
I think some of the state housing needs to be cleaned up a bit, but I think it's also a really good opportunity, especially with people with young kids that can't afford the high rent prices, especially in a city like Nelson.
There still has been no sign of missing Dutch tourist Ken Bogars at the time of going to air, who searchers have been looking for in the Whakariki area since Monday. There was heavy rain in the search area on Sunday, and it is believed he was not equipped for anything but a short walk. However, after the publicity about his disappearance, a member of the public has since reported seeing him at Pillar Point Track near Whakariki on Saturday around Monday. So Tuesday morning at first light, a total of 5 teams, including a specialist tracking team, set out for day 2 of the search for the 26-year-old Dutch tourist. Police have made contact with his family in Holland and are very keen to speak to anyone who has seen Mr Bogars since Saturday, and anyone with information should call Nelson or Takaka Police. A meeting between residents of Pakawao Beach community and the TDC Mayor and CEO along with junior staff has now been set for the 15th of April to discuss the erosion problems the community are facing. Pakawao Beach resident Laurie Jarrett, who initially spoke to us about the erosion problem, told Mainland that residents are now putting together a positive working solution to the issue. So it will be interesting to gauge the degree of positivity they will get from Council. From a week and a half ago when Mainland's Chrissy Small was there, we can now see the erosion that was caused overnight on Monday the 23rd by a 10-knot wind and a high tide, which has taken more land away from an area that had been part of Council's $250 per section sand push-up plan to halt erosion. From this change, we can see that the push-up is obviously not working and is a matter of some urgency for those residents affected. The Positive Ageing Expo will be opened by Gardener and Minister for Senior Citizens, the Honourable Maggie Barry, this week on Friday in Richmond's Headingley Centre, and this year's expo promises to deliver something of interest to anyone heading towards retirement and their families. After record crowds and receiving a Trustpower Community Award commendation in 2014, this year's 7th Positive Ageing Expo is set to build on its winning formula. Acting as a showcase for Nelson and Tasman's recreational, health and social services, the Expo is a way to make ageing a positive experience for those on the higher side of 60. 2 seminars are included, Good Grief by author Lewis Tonkin of the book Riding the Storms, and Positive Aging in Action by Mark Ingalls, whose life experiences and ability to face adversity provides plenty of qualifications to inspire and challenge. A bus will leave from Sundial Square bus stop every half an hour to take people to Headingley Centre from 10 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. And finally, the Steiner School Fair was one of the highlights of the weekend, and we discovered that the school has some rather large plans that seem to be coming to fruition from the help of the community and greater wider area. After launching a worldwide fundraising campaign and new website 2 years ago, the Motueka Rudolf Steiner School raised over $600,000 and has now been able to purchase a 13.6 hectare farm in Lower Moutere. The school plans to develop the land into a productive biodynamic farm. The first step, however, is to relocate the current school onto the land. Chrissy Small caught up with Development Manager Peter Garlick at Sunday's Steiner Fair.
We now own a farm, so we have land, and we've done design work, and we've started our first prototype building, so we're testing our ideas on this building.
Right, now this is a beautiful wood. Can you tell me a bit about it?
So the cladding here is redwood, and it's just been oiled, and inside we've just used wool bats, and we're also going to experiment with some natural earth and straw fill on the walls as well.
Wow, look, this is such a progressive way to create a school, isn't it? And I suppose the parents are all going to be helping with decorating and the plans and the ideas.
Yep, well, as you can see from the fair, our parents really do get involved, and we had a lot of parents who were building this office building behind me as well. So yeah, we've got a very keen community that get in and do things.
Yeah. Tell me, how many families are involved in the school at the moment? Do you know?
It's hard to give you a number because we've got the playgroups, kindergarten and school, and of course some families have children and all, but I gather there's about 40 families in total.
Yeah, that's a good significant amount of families. You've got the ground, now you need to do the building. How can people help?
Right, well, we are having to fundraise for the school. We're a small community of 40 families, obviously we're not going to be able to fund it ourselves. So we've been asking for donations, but also, resources. We've had, for example, the insulation in this building was donated to us by somebody who had it left over from another project. So we're really open to sort of being given those sorts of gifts. But also, we do need some money, and so, I'm really happy to talk to people. We've had a couple of companies sponsor us as well, providing us with free products, so we give them some acknowledgement, and if you go inside you can see who the sponsors are. So yeah, we'd love to talk to people who would like to help make this a reality.
We'll leave you now with some highlights from the fair. After the break, we'll bring you the latest weather update and some events and happenings coming up from around the region.
I'm Francis from Nelson Auto Glass. We repair all auto glass, stone chips, windscreen replacements, scratch removal.
If you have an auto glass issue, our team will sort it.
Nelson Auto Glass Specialists, 84 Vanguard Street, Nelson.
Hi everyone, I'm Malcolm Harris from The Facilitators. We now look after sales for Mainland TV, radio, Sky and online. New Zealand On Air's latest Colmar Brunton survey confirms Mainland's large multimedia audience. If you're in business or want to put a message out to everyone in the Nelson Tasman region, plus nationwide on Sky or worldwide online, please give me a call or see our website at www.mainlandtv.nz.
We're the team at JCar, right here in Nelson, 120 Hardy Street. Our shop is full of electronic items,
including security alarm systems, electronic components,
solar and power,
electronics, toys,
sound systems, cables, and much, much more.
JCar, 120 Hardy Street, Nelson. World War I was a defining period in our history, impacting greatly on the lives of people from the Nelson province. Memories of the First World War is an exhibition which will be displayed in a number of regional venues and is currently on at the Nelson Provincial Museum.
Hi, I'm John McMillan at the Nelson Power Tool Centre. We have great prices on all the top quality brands of power tool. Tools and equipment at our showroom, 146 Tahunanu Drive in Nelson. The Nelson Power Tool Centre, the specialists that stand behind and service what we sell.
Discover the Belgrove Tavern, just 20 minutes south of Richmond on State Highway 6. A restaurant, functions, weddings, barbecue, a garden bar with lots of room for kids. Come in, see us.
Positive Ageing Expo is taking place this Friday the 27th of March at the Headingley Centre in Richmond, with the official opening beginning at 10:30 a.m. The event is aimed at the older adults and their families, and admission is free with complimentary tea, coffee and biscuits. Lunch will be available for purchase. The Mai Tai quiz is set on the new section of the Mai Tai walkway, and you can do it as a fun Easter holiday activity with the whole family and be in to win a prize by matching the native plants to the numbered locations. This runs through till the 17th of April. For more information, please go to the link below. The exhibition of contemporary visual artworks titled But I Can't Wash It Off, etc. by local artists at the Refinery Art Space, created by Nick Haig, goes through to the 28th of March, every day except Sundays. In the temporary Suter Art Gallery at 28 Halifax Street, the exhibition Minkisi Art and Belief in West and Central Africa, a presentation of masks and statues from West and Central Africa delivering messages about culture, traditions, histories and beliefs. It is running until the 12th of April. On behalf of the team here at Mainland Television News, thank you for joining us, and we'll bring you the latest news and events from around the region again tomorrow.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.
Hey, I'm Caleb.
And I'm Georgia from Birds.
And you're watching Mainland TV.
Why would you want to pay as much as $1,000 for a single bed mattress when you can buy a high quality locally made mattress like this for as little as $220? And a queen size mattress could cost you in excess of $3,000, but at Nelson Beds you could have a mattress like this as low as $425. So why would you go out and spend a fortune on your child's bedroom when you can come to Nelson Beds and buy a complete single mattress and base set, a 7-drawer Scotch chest, a headboard and a 3-drawer bedside cabinet for as little as $979? So call and discuss our custom manufacturing options and local after sales service at Nelson Beds, Nelson's only bedding manufacturer.
O2B Healthy.
Lifestyle, diet and exercise, complemented with quality supplements, can provide you the insurance vital for your natural health and well-being. With over 10 years professional experience making some of New Zealand's most trusted nutritional supplement brands, visit the O2B Healthy factory outlet in Wakatu Industrial Estate. Over 200 supplements to choose from, free on-site parking, no middleman.
O2B Healthy. Caring for you naturally.
Hi, my name's Ian Mortimer. Mortimer Auto Upholstery is your one-stop shop for all your upholstery needs. We do car and boat interiors, boat canopies, ute tonne covers, canvas and PVC fabrication. Call in and see us in Oxford Mews, 72 Oxford Street, Richmond.
Little things you do, the way that you smile, maybe me and you, perhaps in a while. If you wanted to, then we can do what lovers do. Every time you're near, this feeling inside, baby, it's so clear, can't be denied. I just want you here, so we can do what lovers do. Lovers walk in the park, kiss in the dark, they're hardly ever apart. We do what lovers do. Lovers talk on the phone, they smooch and they moan, won't leave each other alone. We do what lovers do, just me and you. Everywhere you turn, my love will be there. Should you feel concerned, my comfort is here. No, I wanna learn, so we can do what lovers do. Means the world to me, if this love is true. Now the heart's set free, it's starting anew. If we both agree, we can do what lovers do. Lovers sharing their lives, no need to disguise the look of love in their eyes. We do what lovers do. Lovers greet the new day in a lover's cafe. Love and live in this way. We do what lovers do, just me and you. Other people say, you know love is blind, and I hope and pray we will both find there will come a day when we can do what lovers do. We can do what lovers do. We can do what lovers do.
Why would you want to pay as much as $1,000 for a single bed mattress when you can buy a high quality locally made mattress like this for as little as $220? And a queen size mattress could cost you in excess of $3,000, but at Nelson Beds you could have a mattress like this as low as $425. So why would you go out and spend a fortune on your child's bedroom when you can come to Nelson Beds and buy a complete single mattress and base set, a 7-drawer Scotch chest, a headboard and a 3-drawer bedside cabinet for as little as $979? So call and discuss our custom manufacturing options and local after sales service at Nelson Beds, Nelson's only bedding manufacturer.
Nelson Tire Center. Great prices, great service. Buy your own Bryford trailer. All types, all sizes. See Colin Douglas for your tires and batteries.
Oh, to be healthy.
Lifestyle, diet and exercise, complemented with quality supplements, can provide you the insurance vital for your natural health and well-being. With over 10 years professional experience making some of New Zealand's most trusted nutritional supplement brands, visit the O to Be Healthy factory outlet in Wakatu Industrial Estate. Over 200 supplements to choose from, free on-site parking, no middleman.
Oh, to be healthy. Caring for you naturally.
Hi, my name's Ian Mortimer. Mortimer Auto Upholstery is your one-stop shop for all your upholstery needs. We do car and boat interiors, boat canopies, ute tonneau covers, canvas and PVC fabrication. Call in and see us in Oxford Mews, 72 Oxford Street, Richmond.
Discover the Belgrove Tavern just 20 minutes south of Richmond on State Highway 6. A restaurant, functions, weddings, barbecue, garden bar with lots of room for kids. Come in, see us.
World War I was a defining period in our history, impacting greatly on the lives of people from the Nelson province. Memories of the First World War is an exhibition which will be displayed in a number of regional venues and is currently on at the Nelson Provincial Museum.